It's showtime!
Does it feel like the peak right now? Even like even when the big 3 were, like, reigning in, does it seem like even more so now because it's so mainstream? But I don't know, like, it just everything's still still kinda here. Still remains.
I mean, there's a huge like outcry of new, right? An outcry of like, give us something different.
Yeah.
We're tired of it. Give us
I'm tired of
new.
One Piece. One Piece needs to end. That's
Yeah,
what everyone's saying.
yeah.
But I
But I
I don't
mean,
want it
again,
to end.
yeah. I let it go. 10 more years. 10 more years. 19 more seasons. I don't care. I mean, we're getting the One Piece, which is retelling of East Blue with new animation and everything, better pacing, whatever that means.
Why do you want it then? We One Piece folks are eating good.
Yeah,
Man. Like, we never had it better. Like,
yeah.
we it's been peak the whole time. Now we're just like, "Oh, we're suffering for our own success. We're gonna eat even more." Like, I don't know. Like, we got live action, we got a
Just
remake.
yeah, live action remake. The manga is just so good, so good. And honestly, as part of the Bleach enjoyers that suffered through years of ridicule, oh my god, the anime so good. I love all
Yeah,
the little extra dumb unnecessary things that they're adding. It's filling my heart. It's so good. It's just so good.
animation is insane. Like, it's so
Insane.
good. Worth
Look,
the wait.
yeah, I would have never. You couldn't have paid me any amount of money to be like, is it gonna flop? It just I would have just been like, it's gonna be Bleach, it's gonna be there. I would have never thought people would be like talking about Bleach again, like seriously. Um Super cool to see that. And like yeah, I love all the new gen stuff that's like they're doing like these really super sweet and short runs, and then like the anime is like, we must stretch out this source material every every fucking uh nose breath, we're going to exaggerate it. like uh of course I'm talking about
Milk it
Demon
for what it's
Slayer.
worth.
I'm talking about Demon
Yeah,
Slayer.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Because it's already so short.
Yeah.
What else can they do with it? My god, would you say we watch more shonen now or when we were younger, like talking about like how peak it is right now compared to what it used to be? Like, now we're like full-fledged fucking adults. It's flipped
Yeah.
and things were insane back then, but now we're just talking about, Jujutsu Kaisen, One Piece, Dragon Ball. I mean, like every Bleach is all still here. You know what I mean? My Hero, it's just so much. It's so much.
Well, I just feel like, like My Hero's like got another couple years on it probably, like at best, as far as like the anime and like buzz
Yeah.
around it. So it's got another couple years. I wonder how they're going to handle the finale. Yeah, it just, and then like you said, Jujutsu Kaisen, like season two, just how do you can't top a season like that. You just can't. Like that's an unprecedented amount of work and blood and sweat and more blood and then more blood on top of that blood, some bones breaking. Anyway, I'm talking about crunch, just in case anybody was confused.
Lots of crying and despair.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no, I thought when My Hero first came out, I was like, "Oh, okay, this is the new this is gonna be one of the new big 3, you know, and they made that joke in the anime about the big 3, like the 3 students or whatever, and
Yeah.
even poked fun at it, which was fantastic, and, God, was I wrong. I was so wrong. Naruto ended, and it was like, "Hey, guess what? We got Naruto's son." And I was like, "Okay, oh god, okay, okay." So that's gonna be in there, obviously, and it wasn't. I
No,
wouldn't consider Naruto in the top 3 now,
don't say
but
that. The Boruto fans are very passionate. They're very passionate
come for
fans.
me. Come for me, bro. Come for me. I'm a Naruto OG fan. Um, yeah, yeah,
Suffer through filler
it's
like we did.
yeah, you don't know what it's like. Even though you know what they kind of know what it's like because when I got sick
Uh huh.
with COVID not too long ago, I watched a lot of Boruto, and let me tell you, there is a shit ton of filler in there. I was like, "Does this happen in the manga, D?" And you're like, "Nah, no, not at all." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." So this is all not like canon.
Are you talking about the what did somebody call it? The expanded canon of Boruto?
Oh, Jesus.
I was like, oh, you sweet babies, you don't realize you're just watching filler. They're like, oh, it's an
You know,
anime exclusive canon episode. Like, oh no.
and every time I started getting sick of it, even though I was just like laying on the couch, had nothing to do, they would always like reel me back in with like another old Naruto friend that'd pop in the screen, like, "Oh hey, how's it going? You haven't seen me in like 5 years, but you know," I'm like, "Oh fuck, that's so and so and their kid," and oh man, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it so much. But it's hard to say. Like, I think I might be strangely watching more shonen now than I ever did as a teenager.
I think it's so beautiful to think that though, because the wonderful thing about the like shonen formula is that it very much lends itself to TV. Like just the way that the
Yeah.
chapters flow lend it to television because they have to. They have to leave on a cliffhanger of some kind, like, even if they're not in the middle of a fight, it has to end on some kind of hook to get you to want to read the next chapter because of these weekly formats. And you can see the difference between like shonen with the weekly format and versus like shonen without the weekly format. Like Spy Family is in Shonen Jump. It's a shonen made series, but it's not weekly. So it very much has the vibes of something that is not weekly, of just like, hey, if you're coming back to read this, thanks. Like it just it just rarely
I
has a hook, you know?
I guess that's when it's, like, working its best, so to speak, is when they get you every time, and, you know, I guess if it gets too tropey and then you're like, it just there's this one point in spoilers, y'all, in, like, the Wano arc when I was reading it, and they, like, set Luffy up in the same pose, like, for the, like, past 4 chapters, and it's like, "Okay, this is kinda starting to feel the same now. The hook is not working. I need you to fucking end this now." He needs to punch out Kaido. Um, yeah. Yeah, no, God, shonen, it goes without saying, it's definitely the most popular genre. It makes anime, and that's what everybody knows because everything's mainstream and popular. Why do you think, like, everybody's so why is shonen so popular compared to everything else, you think? Is it because of that, like, that cliffhanger hook that gets people to keep on watching? Like, if what do you think?
I think it's the thing that always draws people back to any show, which is hype. Let me give you
Just hype.
like let me give you like a filler Mondays exclusive, tinfoil hat on theory going right now. People flock to shonen because not because it's like, oh, it's simple to digest, and no, it's because like there's something about there always being some sort of struggle or battle that is very human to feel, and to see people going through it on like, it's the end of the fucking town, world, universe type levels makes you really easily invest with, I too have a fight that I fight.
What's it mean to be stronger, bro? You know,
God. And then that's the thing. It's like that's the hook. The hook is like I can understand struggle. I can understand fighting for things you believe in. And then investment. And then you get attached to, the dumb characters and then the next thing you know, you're like, "Hey, person on the street, read One Piece, watch it, eat it. Do just you have to. It's so good." And they're like, "I don't know you, old man. Please stop talking to me."
I came here to enjoy my magazine at Borders or slash Barnes and Noble at the time, and then some random guy starts talking about anime with me because I looking at anime picture. Yeah, I've done that. I've been that guy. I've been the preachy kind of person in the aisle, like, oh, what you reading? What you looking at? Oh, did you know this and this and this and this? And they get that like real deer and deer in headlights look, and they're like, "Please save me, please save me, stop talking." Every time, it's just over passionate fans type of vibe. I would give
Perfectly
off.
passionate. Perfectly
Yeah,
passionate.
you're right, perfectly passionate. I mean, you're without saying, you're quite passionate today.
I don't
You don't got a
like it. I
tinfoil
don't like
hat, but you get a tinfoil headband.
I don't like your
Um,
implication there. And this is you hear this? That's
oh,
not
that's metal. I'm
tinfoil.
sorry.
That's not tinfoil, baby. That's the good stuff. This is the one from the early 2000s before they did the tinfoil.
They were so much better back then. Now they're kinda like cheap knockoffs, kinda.
Yeah.
Maybe because they were real, like, metal, they're like, "Okay, kids can't get hurt with this shit." You don't need them headbutting people with metal headbands
Oh
and trying to
man,
react to
the
anime scenes.
headbutts,
Oh
the
my god.
headbutts. Oh my god, it's so great.
Data
Me,
Bayo. Oh,
me,
man.
me, and my friend Ryan Kenny, you who you know, uh,
Hell yeah.
man, the we reenacted the Naruto Sasuke headbutt. Horrible
Oh
choice.
my god.
Horrible
Yeah.
choice.
What was his nickname, by the way? Remind me, what was his nickname?
Oh
What
god,
did they call him?
he had so many nicknames. Don't do this to me.
Well, we knew him from his name was Zabsa. That was a nickname for him. I knew him by. I was like, "Oh, this guy really likes Naruto." Okay, all right, that's cool.
He
That's cool.
specifically was a Zabuza stan, which was great. In a world where Zabuza didn't even make a comeback to the Fourth Great Ninja War, but that's a whole other story.
Talking
That's
about hooks. I mean, that's what hooked me in to Naruto was that first mission.
oh yeah,
Like, uh, that was fucking sad, tugging on the heartstrings, and like
it did it all.
it was nuts.
It really it and that's the thing, right? So like shonen in its format isn't inherently deep, right? It's all about you have some type of goal or some type of conflict that the main character is trying to resolve, usually through violence, mostly through violence,
Mostly,
sometimes through games that also may or may not have violence, and or sports because there's sports shonen. Um,
yeah, same
and
concept.
yeah,
Yeah,
so it's always that, and then you get the ensemble cast, and sometimes a very specific or unique setting, and the characters are very colorful and loud and tropey, and then they're not. And then over time, the mangaka gets older, and they also are like, I'd like to explore this character, and then they go, "Are you feeling feelings yet?" And you go, "What happened? They were just punching. They were punching earlier. Why the punching stop? Why is it sad?"
Well, why do we need to look at his childhood trauma before the punch lands? Why? Why? So invested.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it's just evolved. It's just evolved so much from Dragon Ball. Like
yeah, it is easy.
you can't not talk about Shonen without talking about Dragon Ball because as much as it existed before Toriyama, as like everybody likes to say, it didn't matter until Toriyama is what that's my rebuttal. Like he made so many people look at this magazine like just
Strong
from
agree. Yeah,
just from drawing a monkey boy going on an adventure in his own unique quirky style.
super funny too. Digestible. Yeah, I mean, Goku is infectious. He was this aloof little, bundle of
Gremlin.
energy that is very strong. Yeah, little gremlin with his, with his super hot, cute teenage friend looking for Dragon Balls and some weird pervert, like, I don't know, what do you call Oolong? A pig man guy.
Fucking
And
oolong.
dude, I mean, can you imagine? What
Just
was your
like
reaction when the first wish for the Dragon's Balls was a pair of soft
I
panties?
I laughed so hard. I've never, as a child, laughed so fucking hard because they really set up that he is just a sleazeball adult. Like they really he like Toriyama's like this fucking pig is a pig in every sense of the word, but he has his redeeming qualities of looking out for the group, right? Like that's his big redeeming quality is that he's loyal and that he's always going to look out for the group even if it's selfishly. And that wish was just like the perfect encapsulation of oolong of like, I can't wish for anything like outwardly bad, but I also can't let them wish. So I'm going to wish for my most primal instinct. And it's just like the most disgusting, dirty, perverted thing that you could possibly wish for.
He's me for real, for real.
And it's
The
just,
soft.
I just,
It
this
was like the world's softest
the
pair of
words.
panties, right?
Yeah, and like it could have been bad. It could have been like give me some used panties, like something really gross.
Yeah,
But
gross.
he just has there's guys out there that just love panties and I who are we? Who are we to yuck on their yum if it's just the panties? He did say some
Yeah,
specific woman's. He was just like give me the most like satisfying, like softest, like so dumb. Like so dumb. Uh truly. And that's where it all started,
yeah,
right? It all started with, oh, like it could be this high tension moment, and you can break the tension and get a payoff that way, it, and then he started experimenting with other subversions of breaking tension and reveals and stuff like that. Uh, it's just so good, man. Dragon Ball so
yeah.
good.
It had such a mix of comedy and action, but then would you say? I mean, like this, the basically battle shonen manga of what it was really didn't start until Z, in a way, right? Because I forget if Z was first or like Yu Yu Hakusho was first. I don't
I'm
remember that, but they were kind of
almost
close together.
I'm almost positive Yu Yu Hakusho kind of had its foot in the door first when it comes to
Mm,
the battle shonen part of
God.
like getting into like the tournament arcs and stuff like that are more so the tropes that we see. Um, because Dragon Ball had tournaments, right? It had the Budokai Tenkaichi, um, but it didn't. The stakes were different, right? The stakes were different. They got more intense, like you said, as we got closer to Z. But Togashi, man, he really flipped the
Yeah,
fucking game on its head. Like,
shit
love me
got
some.
dark.
Oh my god.
I mean, they kind of use the same formula in a way almost. Well, I guess not the same formula, but like both they're like at least in Z and Yu Yu Hakusho, like
Oh yeah.
Yusuke dies right away. Goku dies like right away.
Whoa!
And then they
Spoilers!
gotta go on this
Spoilers!
journey. Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
The kids, they don't know. They don't know.
If you haven't seen them, I'm sorry.
They're probably seen the live action, so they know exactly. Never mind. They know what's going on.
Oh God. Which one? Which one?
No,
Do you want to go there?
Yu Yu Hakusho. We won't talk about that other one.
Okay. All right. I forget what was the name. Was it Dragon Ball?
No, don't even speak it. Don't speak its
All
name.
right. All right.
Don't do it.
All right.
It'll detract evolution. All right. Okay.
You're right. Okay. All right. Less views is what you're saying. Don't speak its name. Um, God, yeah, that's when it really first started, early '90s, with the Z, and then you had a slew of hits, and then goodness, what was like next on the block for me when it comes to shonen?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say
can't.
like, what was like your specific experience with Shonen? Because I can like fully map mine out like to the show.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, I don't know if Ranma 1.5 was in Shonen or not because I know the author of Inuyasha, might have been in there. I'd have to look it up, but because I saw that first before Dragon Ball. Then it was Dragon Ball, and then Z. And then I just became obsessed when it got on Fox, and then I tried to get my hands on like manga for the first time, but they didn't really have it. They had just like single chapters, and that didn't work out too well for them. And then Hakusho, and then that's all I could remember. It's kind of fuzzy when I'm thinking like straight shonen of because oddly enough, I watched a lot of diverse stuff in the '90s that wouldn't be considered shonen. Yeah, I don't know about you, but what was your map, your trajectory, so to speak, with the shonen?
Well, buddy, it all started with this show called Sailor Moon. Uh,
Oh, yeah.
uh, like it was like Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon, but like I watched more Sailor Moon with my sister, and then we would watch Dragon Ball together before it was Dragon Ball Z. I think it was like the last couple arcs they were showing or something. That part is fuzzy, but I know we were watching Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z had like aired big time. And I just remember Dragon Ball Z coming out, and I'm like, "Hey, yo, is that Goku but taller?" Because they hadn't aired the Piccolo Junior arc,
Oh, yeah, 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 I remember.
so
It's
they
coming back to me now.
yeah, so that was later that they
Yeah.
finally aired the 44th Tenkaichi with Piccolo Junior and all that. Um, and then you're like, oh, so they established Goku gets taller before Dragon Ball Z, but we didn't know that in the
Yeah.
West. And it was just like, holy shit, Goku's big and he has a kid, and oh my god, he's a brother, and they're aliens. Like it was just like reveal after reveal after reveal after reveal,
Right, you're actually,
and it was just like so good. Like it was so good. And then we had like our Pokemons and Metabots and like every pal like anime because of Pokemon being so big. Digimon, which is technically isekai and not shonen.
I if I had to say what was my next big one though,
Mm.
for shonen specifically, like us talking about kinda jogged my memory, probably Roni Kenshin.
Ooh, yeah.
That was huge for me. I loved Kenshin a lot. That's my first real exposure of, like, a different period of time, of like, Japan, and, like, they kinda talked about the Meiji period and what it was about.
Uh huh.
But yeah, Kenshin definitely. Kenshin had some pretty, stellar moments. Uh,
Are you ready for some more? I got more. I got so many.
go for it. Shoot.
Uh, Ronin Warriors, aka
Oh my
Samurai
god, yes.
Troopers.
I loved it.
That's shonen, baby. Come on, that's
It
that's
it
that's
was
that's pure shonen.
Samurai Power Rangers, man. That's what I looked at it as, essentially, but I loved it. It was
Quake with
great.
fear.
Oh my god. Um,
Yeah,
I mean,
just
G Gundam, probably considered a
G
shonen
G
in the
Gundam
most.
is it's definitely shonen. My man powers up with the power of love and rage. That's shonen. I'm angry. I'm strong. I love people. I'm stronger.
Uh,
It was good.
are
Um,
you are you are you talking shonen in sports? Did you have a did you mess around with the sports shonen stuff, really?
I
If
don't have the attention span for sports anime.
uh,
Uh, I love that stuff, but like I can only hang. I could do like an arc at a time, and then my brain is just like, so I'm gonna do this to myself. 5 more arcs. Okay, it's a slog for me. But every sports anime I have watched, or sports shonen, I should say, I have adored. Like the execution, storytelling, the characters, like the tension of the sport. Every time I get it, I get it. I'm like, I see why people like this, and I'm like, but it's not for me.
yeah, no, no, I never liked sports growing up at all. Like, they didn't
Hmm.
interest me pretty much. The only thing that semi interests me was like Olympic games and stuff because all like such high level, or boxing. Stuff like Mike Tyson was always exciting, and then I guess, in terms of anime and shonen, Hajime no Ippo. That was such a
Is.
it's still going on. What is when it was, it's still going on. But like it was such a, I don't know, it elevated. People got like some like jet packs on their feet and like crazy, heart pumping moments and just weird moves you would never see actually in some guy's arm turns into like this crazy whip and shit. And I was like, oh, okay, I can get down with this. This is great. And then they go into like some like crazy hard rocky shit of like how hard it was to train and like what they had to go through is just like boxers and like having to like fast and like make weight and stuff and like only being able to eat a tomato, so like it really, they mixed the drama with the action like in such a way that I just got me hooked. But yeah, that's magic sports animes could do for me for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, and that again, I think that speaks to why like we talk about shonen so much is that it has over time become this really diverse thing. Like it started off as a very like you could spot the formula, you could sniff it a mile away, type things, and then we get like the Promised Neverland. It's a great example of it's shonen, but it is not shonen. It's shonen, but it's not.
It's not, yeah.
It's really
And
not.
then the Death Note
The Death
was in Shonen
Notes,
Jump at the end.
your Attack on Titans, which is they say it's shonen, but I see I can smell a mecha anime from a mile away. I can.
That's a great take, yeah.
It's a take I've heard before, but it's one that like I share so passionately because for me, the stark difference between Attack on Titan as a shonen versus trying to classify Gundam as a shonen is that it is very much grounded in the person, right? It's not so much
Mhm.
it does become about the conflict between peoples and nations and stuff like that, but it very much starts as a very like this is a personal journey type of story. So it's not about the thing that he becomes or the thing that he rides in. It's about the character's journey and his choices, which is that's shonen. That's pretty shonen.
I like it, Flesh Gundams. Yeah,
Yeah. When you
yeah.
say it out
Attack
loud,
on
it
Titan's a Flesh Gundam.
sounds yeah. When you say it out loud, you're like, hey, it does kind of make sense. It does.
I mean, is he not, like, piloting, so to speak?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Oh,
mean, it's not again. My biggest thing is like when they chop the head off and it doesn't, kill the person. Is it really them or are they piloting something? You know what I mean? Like if you can extract a
exactly.
person out of a person, it sounds like it's a flesh Gundam.
That doesn't sound right. It sounds so wrong when you put it like that. Yeah, no, Shonen definitely, at least in the '90s, had, like, really shallow, kinda basic plots that they went deeper sometimes, but not like it is today. Today, like, particularly like Weekly Shonen Jump was aimed in the beginning like towards like a very like middle school, early high school demographic. Now, I wouldn't even
They're
like
coming for everybody.
like everybody. Yeah, it's so weird. I want to hit you with a couple facts real quick while we're talking about it.
Factoids.
I love factoids. So I'm gonna ask you a question, just surefire answer. When do you think shonen started? Like the first like real shonen like magazine comic?
Oh, the first magazine comment. I'm gonna go 1964.
You're very close. The first is in Shonen Magazine, which is published in March 17, 1959. And now Weekly Shonen Jump, what we know is most popular and everything like that from Shueisha, was published in 1968, which is 55 years ago, which that was aimed at a middle school and early high school demographic. But the Shonen magazine, particularly the first one I said, I know it's confusing because they sound kind of the same, was aimed at high school and college demographic, which is really interesting.
Ooh,
Um, and in the first Shonen, most people consider the first Shonen hero would be. What's your first thought?
my
He's
first
kind of
thought.
like he's kind of like a Gundam, sorta.
No, I don't count him, but yeah, it's probably what Astro Boy or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. 1950. Yep. Yeah. Interesting little facts there.
I guess like, and that's the thing, right? It's because of what Astro Boy embodies, right? Like boy, boy centric, shonen.
Yeah.
He's a hero. He fights and he beats his villains with the punching and violence. But sometimes sometimes there's a little more to the stories. And man, Tezuka,
A lot of heart. Yeah.
holy shit, man, the guy can write.
Can you imagine them remaking that now into something like gritty and like and dark and shit?
I
The dark
mean,
version of Astro Boy.
they gave us that, right? Like we got Pluto. We don't need we
Okay,
don't
you're right.
we don't need
Yeah.
dark and gritty Astro Boy. He is who he is, and then we got Pluto. So don't touch our boy. He's hope. He's he's the future.
Yeah, I consider stuff a lot different now
Oh yeah,
than it used to be, and I wouldn't even categorize it for those demographics anymore. It's pretty much for everyone, which is kind of weird, but awesome at the same time. Um, is because it's mainly aimed at what young men and boys, right? Now the
yeah.
demographic is pretty much 50-50 from what I remember reading, which is wild.
I don't remember the exact number, but I do remember that they say now that the demographic used to be so split, not just between age groups, but now between genders. Now you see so many young women, they pick up Shonen Sunday, Weekly Shonen, like Weekly Shonen Jump, and like they're also reading these titles that, before there might have been some kind of like, oh, you read the little boy shit, like what's wrong with you? You're tomboy or something, and now there's not that same divide because it's like some of these stories are really fucking good. Like
Right. It
as
just everybody loves to love the same thing. Well, doesn't matter what gender you are, right? Um, I guess I got an actual number for you though.
ooh
On that. So this was a while ago. So apparently in 2005, they asked favorite non-shoujo magazine of elementary school, middle school age female readers, Weekly Shonen Jump, what they read. And the percentage was 61.9% girls. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's a big number. And then in 2019, the largest demographic, Shueisha said for Weekly Shonen Jump, was 27.4% age 25 or older, my dude. So we're part of that demographic, which is insane. That's
eh,
crazy. It just shows that shift.
I but I think it's just inevitably what happens with like old media, because that's what I'm gonna have to fucking call it now, is
Old
it's old media. It is old media. Like if they're going by their surveys of people still buying it, physical
Don't say that to
copies,
me.
that kind of shit. It's old media, Ryan. We're old. Uh but like in the best
I'm not.
way.
I'm not old.
But in the best way, because I guarantee you, if they did a survey now and they factored in their subscribers digitally, internationally, you get a wilder, bigger, different number
Yep,
because
100%. Yeah, I mean,
the influence is
it's
ridiculous.
right. It's such a small sample pool. So now, who even knows? Who even knows? I'd love to see those numbers, or like just what's it like for every like country, even comparatively speaking. Um,
Fun little thing that happened. What, like, just was it last year or this year? Of like the anime awards, and like just seeing even that has gotten so much buzz. Like just that. And most of the anime awards, let's face it, everybody, it's shonen. It's
it's
mostly shonen. And they have to put the other categories because otherwise it would just be the shonen show. And that's boring.
it's true. It's just what's popular and not what's good. I mean, I'm not saying the other things are not good and not deserving. It's just he's right. It would be literally the Shonen show if they didn't put other categories up there.
Yeah, I don't think My Hero Academia is winning best romance. And if it does, we need to really talk about a lot of things. Kids, come here, scooch, get closer. Let's talk about what romance really is next time.
Lend your ear. to your speaker. It's no secret, but, who knows? Maybe they'll have, like, a cute by the way, guys, My Hero's ending. This is speculative. I don't even know what the last parts are gonna be. Maybe they'll have, like, a really cute prom arc or something,
Oh,
something lighthearted
yeah.
to go out on.
I don't need official ships, but a prom, I'd fuck with a prom. That would be
Yeah,
sick.
this is gonna be, like, end-term relationships like Naruto, but like a
Get
prom,
I just thought of something even better. Hero Mash sorry, thinking of the wrong artist. What is this fucking guy's name? Horikoshi
There
has
you go.
they have the best opportunity right now for their epilogue is they can just fully Breakfast Club their epilogue.
Oh, man.
That would be so
I love it.
sick.
I love it. I love it. If we had to
Ishi.
categorize those people, who would be Ali Sheedy, who would be Deku in that mix of people? Would it be, like, the jock guy,
I don't
Emilio
know.
Estevez's character?
I,
Um,
I don't know because Deku's such a cinnamon bun, man. And
yeah, he really is.
end of the day, he's the sensitive, sweet, sweet boy.
He's too sweet.
Yeah,
So that's why I couldn't even put him in there probably.
he doesn't. He
Interesting.
doesn't fit the
No,
Western male stereotype archetype very well. But I mean, like in the sense of like it really could. It really could just be that. It really could just be like they're at a prom and he's like, and then they went on to do X, Y, and Z, and that's it.
I love it.
Bye. I would love that. But again, that's
Ye
again everybody speculation. Just two
Effects.
two veteran weebs who've seen a lot of manga come and go, kind of just ruminating on the fact that we're about to see another really well received like overall manga end, and it's a big deal because they don't talk about it enough. But in Shonen, your ending that's got to hit.
Yeah,
It's got to hit so good, or else it's
it's what makes you
it's what it
what you're
really
remembered by.
that final punch isn't nearly as much as the final words that are sent off with the readers who have probably been following it for years. Years. That's why like I'm more scared about endings in manga than like I think anything else I follow.
Yeah, because we're so invested, right? I mean, have been for years since we're younger. I mean, especially these big titles, like One Piece is gonna be the
Oh,
biggest thing, the biggest ending, the biggest expectation.
there ain't no way.
I think there's nothing bigger than gonna be that for the expectation for that ending. And My Hero, I loved it. I really did. It's just, my expectations are kinda just I want something soft and sweet to go out on. I don't want, like, I'm Jujutsu Kaisen broke me. I'm just like, "Okay,
That's enough.
need something more
Yeah,
wholesome."
yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen's definitely doing the like fight back, fight
Edgelord.
back, fight back, fight back, and I'm just like, can we be done? Because this is just rude at this point. Like,
Whenever I get sad about like, I love where Shonen Jump is right now, and I love, like, the state of shonen, but, like, we've had so many edgelord animes that are just, like, high intensity, super depressing, like, storyline, post-apocalyptic, whatever, and, I just read, One Punch Man. It always brings me back. Like, the it's just so silly. It doesn't take itself seriously, and it's a joke all the way, and Saitama's just, so good.
yeah, even
But
even and that's again, what a great segue. One Punch Man, the existence of it defies reality. Like a web comic turned into a manga, turned into one of the most memorable seasons of anime ever. Like if you say One Punch Man and the person goes, "What is that?" It's like you just watch the that season, and you'll get it. You'll get why everyone references it. It's just it's become the God, what was that show? Uh, that was it was like because we have One Punch Man and we have Evangelion. Those are both kind of like Full Metal Alchemist. There we go.
there you go.
I was like, I would be a disservice for me to not also mention Full Metal Alchemist, which It just again, it's a mold breaking shonen. It just flipped the entire concept of the genre on its head by giving just a well thought out story from beginning to end. Scary stuff, what people can do week to week or monthly or whatever the release schedule for Full Metal Alchemist was. It's still scary. People shouldn't be able to write like that.
Yeah, it's everything that could go right writing wise in a shonen magazine because we've had the the battle fatigue. Bleach is no
Oh,
not I mean Bleach had some real strong battle fatigue that I had to put it down and had to come back much later on because
and you're like, they're still
it's
fighting the sim fight.
same fight, same arc. Like, oh, all right, we're gonna put it down for like a year, maybe.
Week to week. Hey, as a week to week warrior, Bleach was rough week to week, man. I I I remember the first time I binged, and I was like, I get it, Kubo. Like it flows so perfectly on a
I,
reread, but week to week, good God.
I mean, we talked about like the hook, right? Of like keeps you reading, and I liken to like scrolling through social media, and my brain's like, okay, the good juice is out. I can't get any more left in my brain. That's essentially what happened with that, like his battle fatigue. It kept on not hooking me anymore. I was like, okay, all right, my my dopamine is on empty. Like you've had me for so long, and now
It's
you don't got
too
me.
hype. It's
It's
too
too
hype.
hype.
Too much
It's
hype.
too hype. Too
Uh,
stimulated.
yeah, and I think again, I think we haven't really talked about it at length because literally talking about Full Metal Alchemist or One Piece is just a rabbit hole. Like it just will get me gushing about the things that really are elevated by them being shonen. Um, because they have to think of creative ways to tell their story without getting too dark or without it getting too goofy and finding a middle to tell your story to keep people engaged and then not overhype, right? Because that's what you're like with so many series. It's like, okay, that was cool. That was great paneling. Holy shit, this double page spread, it's blowing my mind. Next chapter. Wow, again? This is crazy. They're on a uncontested run. I've never seen such prowess by the. Oh, another chapter. That's a lot of stuff going on. Ooh wee, my brain hurts. And like you just it's like week after week, something, something, something. But then you have like these master classes with Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece, Yu Yu Hakusho, where you get like this intense string of chapters, and then they have mastered what I like to call shonen downtime, which not every shonen series does well. It's the
No.
stuff in between the fights that gets you invested to the characters, that gets you invested into the world, that makes you care more than the fight before, and not every story really does that well. It's one of the weak points of shonen is that they can have a really cool idea for a power system and main characters and some character interactions, but sometimes there's no plot. I'm looking at you, Seven Deadly Sins. Eat shit. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
if you don't care about the character's motivations and what drives them, then what's the point?
Well,
Of
it's
that
like
super cool double page, punch.
exactly. It's like you got me. Like I kind of care about these characters, but your plot. What is this? What am I reading? I didn't order a McFlurry. I said a double cheeseburger.
Oh man. Yeah. No, for sure. So now we just put one piece aside for right now, all right? Because
Boo.
it's always going to be, amazing. I know that could be our answer, but like everything's ending right now. You know, Demon Slayer ended, Attack and Titan ended, My Heroes ending, Doctor Stone ended, Jujutsu Kaisen is, maybe I'm wrong. There seems like they're wrapping up.
I smell an ending.
Um, yeah, I smell the ending. One Piece probably got another 10 years. Okay. At this rate, even though probably less, realistically speaking. What is your what is your thoughts on the current state, like the future? I guess that's a better word. A future of like shonen, and then where we are with it. Um, what would you like to see that hasn't been explored before? Uh, with this new cast of people, new casts, new authors, new everything. I'm digging Sakamoto Days. I know Burn the Witch is from Kubo as well, and that's kind of like whenever he's ready to put it out there type of deal. A real big one for me is Spy Family still going?
Yeah,
I don't know if that's still going. I
it
know
is.
that's another
It
big
is.
one, and they're all so different, and I love it. And they're
Mhm.
exploring just different stuff I haven't seen in shonen before. Um, so what would you like that maybe it's not even there, maybe it doesn't exist. What would you like to see in like the shonen space that hasn't been done before, if you really had to think about it?
Well, I don't know. That's a crazier part of the answer is like I don't know, but I know I've been gravitating to shonen adjacent stories that are just a little too mature for shonen, but like
Mhm.
Go Go Loser Ranger right now has
Yeah.
been something I've been keeping up with. It's so good. It's it's such a wonderful subversion of that type of story while using the format of what everybody knows as the boys formula
Yeah.
to really just explore some stuff. And I was just reading some recent chapters, Ryan. Get your ass caught up. Ooh wee, baby. That stuff is certified fresh. Um, one
I'm
thing,
loving it.
the one thing I would really love to see in shonen is opportunity, right? Give It's time to take those swings again. It's time to be a little reckless and let a thing go for 3 4 volumes before you cut it. Um, I think giving things that true 80 chapter run to kind of figure out what they're going to do to set up their world, to get introduced these characters, get the first conflicts out of the way, really let them breathe. Because in the same vein, we haven't talked about it. I didn't bring it up, but I should. Black Clover. Um,
Yeah.
it's it is what I feel is quintessential shonen anime. It encapsulates all of the things I love about shonen and all the things I don't like about shonen. Um, but like in a way that's digestible, not in a way that I'm like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. Like I'm like, no, it just in this world, in this setting, in the story he's written, it makes sense. It even stuff I don't like makes sense in his world because he makes it make sense. And that's the satisfying thing about reading Black Clover. Unlike Boruto, that I absolutely hate that they keep doing the things that they do with Boruto because it has so much pedigree. It should be so good. And it just there's too many lows. The highs are very high. There's parts of it that have nothing to do with the old cast, and I'm like, that's cool. That's a cool concept. And then they're just like, but what if we just were edgy instead? I can't stand it. I can't stand it. But that's just me. That's my personal taste. Because overall, there's a lot of chance there, right? There's a lot of chance
Yeah.
to do something different and new or refresh something that was attempted in the past that didn't quite work out and try that again. And I mean like story wise, not like a series, but like try a
Yeah.
story that didn't quite work in another manga, but you're like, but in this setting, it might work better. And that's really what I'm looking for. Also, give me that slow burn, baby. Let it burn. Let it
You want the
cook.
slow burn?
Let it let it marinate a little bit. I don't need everything to be hard, fast, punch, punch, wow, wow, this thing is happening. Maybe sometimes build up to a conflict. It doesn't have to. And I've heard stuff about Sakamoto Days that it kind of does that. Kind of just builds up to
It's
a conflict.
There's this show, well, manga that I'm really interested in. I haven't really read much into it, but it's called forgive me if I butcher the name, chat. Akane Banashi. Basically it's about like it's a it's called Rakugo, a traditional Japanese form of storytelling where like there's like a lone performer, but it follows this, girl and her journey on that, and it just seems so interesting and different compared to like every other shonen thing I've kind of witnessed before. That I'm interested. I mean,
Mm.
that's why I was so into like Dr. Stone, because we were talking about its power levels, but with intelligence. And that's what drew me to that. And I thought that was going to take off, and it did, and it ended kind of abruptly. But I kind of want, after all these long, big series kind of still remaining, I kind of want something short and sweet again. Like another, like, give me another like 12, 13 volume series that's just really well written. The characters you fall in love with, not too big of a cast where it kind of, is, too many cooks in the kitchen, and just make it, this is gonna be dark, but like, kind of same length as maybe Death Note. There's like a really good balance. I would love to see something that length again with just well written, and maybe in, I don't know, science fiction. That'd be solid.
Yeah. I mean, again, for every request like that, you get a need in zero. And yeah, I don't know. Mashima, you were once so great. I don't know what you're doing, dude. You're all over the place.
That guy checks it out.
Uh, but he does. And that's the thing, right? Like, I think there's a sort of like hunger for shonen, like you're saying, right? Like, what's new? What's next? That like Hiromashima will put out, Fairy Tale, Thousand Year Quest, and Eden Zero, and like have his very distinct art style on it, and people will read it because it's him and he's doing it, and they know bare minimum they're gonna have a good time because sometimes, sometimes kids having a good time is sufficient. It doesn't need to be the next fucking Odyssey or Iliad or Evangelion. Sometimes, haha, boobs. Sometimes,
Sometimes a hot boobs
sometimes
does
big
it for you.
punch.
Yeah,
Sometimes big punch.
that's all it
Sometimes
needs
people
to
like a
be.
big punch.
Yeah, maybe just one punch. um,
Sometimes, haha, one punch. Did it again. And hey, you brought it up. That's probably my favorite thing. Nothing brings me more joy than setting up an entire fucking arc just so he can punch. Just so he can punch.
and he gets so
Oh, it's
excited about
so
it.
good.
He gets so excited. Hey, maybe this is the
I
time that I'm
never.
challenged.
Nope.
Oh man.
Nope. And then he just finds a way. He finds a way. And he punches. He punches like they've never seen before. It's so great. Oh, my man
Yeah.
punched through time. Oh. It's so good.
what am I?
But yeah,
Let's see. What am I watching? We talked about Go Go Loser Ranger. I didn't give too many thoughts on it. All I gotta say, guys, if you don't know what it is essentially the boys with Power Rangers, but the plot is actually interesting, kind of unique. Um, that's all I'll say. It has to deal with the henchmen and them getting sick of the Rangers, essentially. Go check it out. It's dark, but it's not too dark. It's not like, I wouldn't call it like Attack on Titan dark, like, gory, but
I would.
definitely there's,
I would.
you would. There's some big
I
mind
would.
games going on. Yeah. Okay. All right. I
Hey,
am
I,
I am
I, I
corrected.
can. I usually stay away from these types of series because I'm just like a sweet,
You
sweet,
vouch for it
flowery
though.
boy. But man, I keep reading. It's good. I'll probably read some more after we're done recording.
Yeah. I don't know. I might just wait for
But
the anime to catch up. Because the anime is so good.
anime
Even
is
that,
good.
it's so good. Sorry, as you're gonna say.
Anime. No, I was just kind of saying like you were mentioning Go Go Lose Ranger and another series that you were watching. Question mark.
Other series I'm watching. In terms of shonen, Kaiju number 8, which I am,
Oh
that's
yeah.
I really didn't mention that much, but it's refreshing because for once it doesn't deal with high school
Here he
hierarchy and
goes.
like a special super guy that has all the right powers and the right eyes and the right looks and the right sword or the right magic or the right punch or the right devil fruit. He's just like this. He's just like this failure, not a failure, but a dude that just didn't get to do his dream. Essentially, working Kaiju number 8, guys, by the way, real quick plot synopsis. It deals with kaiju and like society dealing with kaiju, and there's like squads that go out and you got to make team for and stuff. He's like 32 years old, and like his dream was to be part of this team, and he doesn't get there in the beginning, and it's great. It's relatable, and it's of kind of my age, which is nice to see because you know, uh, I'm kind of sexy in the high school setting, and not having relatable things, in my life with that, which is refreshing. But it's a lot of fun. I think his character is really, really, really good. Really refreshing, really funny, lots of comedy. I thought it'd be like a one of those. I don't know. It takes the stereotypical shonen like formula, but like hella comedy on it. I liken to maybe My Hero-ish almost. Um, yeah, without the school setting. Check that out, guys. That's a
Hmm.
lot of fun. So Kaiju number 8, Go Go Loser Ranger. Um, what else am I watching? I think that's kind of it, other than One Piece too. Man,
Yeah.
what about you?
Um, I don't know. I'm just kind of. I'm looking forward to see what's coming down, what's coming out, what mangas are gonna pop off. Um, yeah, it's just really, and there's like a hunger for it because like you said, all these, with us being in this age of shonen where we're in another end of an era, right? Like we've experienced the end of the big three. That
Yeah.
that propelled us into what we're in now. Like there's
Did
so
we?
many
Did we see the end?
titles. We did see the end. As much as you like to joke over there, Sarah, we saw the end. And it exists, especially in manga. Um,
Okay,
because
I
that
guess
era
Naruto did
ended.
end. Naruto did end.
Yeah.
Okay, Bleach did end.
Naruto did end. Bleach did end, but we got a taste, right? You brought up I didn't even register to me until you brought it up, but Burn the Witch being like the spiritual successor, this next work of Kubo, and he's been kind of cooking. He's been going at his own pace. And they released the prologue one shot anime this year. Like it's still happening. There's still something he wants to do. There's still a story he wants to tell in that Burn the Witch thing. But then he also dropped the fucking Hell Arc one shot, the
Yeah.
the freaking behemoth of a one shot about Ichigo and his family after Bleach. And then he set up a whole conflict and he said, "Yeah, I'll come back to it."
Oh my god.
Like
I mean,
he's
I
ab-
love it, but I hate it at the same time. Go ahead.
right, and that's exactly the sentiment, right? Like shonen authors that make it to that like next tier, right? Their story ends, it's well received or badly received or whatever received. It has some kind of staying power, right? Those authors go on to do crazy things. Think about Togashi, right? He ends Yu Yu Hakusho. Everyone's like, "Hey, man, what the shit was that? What are we doing?" And then he's like, "Don't worry about it. Read this instead." And we get Hunter x Hunter. Um, the fact that it took us this long into this recording to talk about Hunter x Hunter, it just tells you how much it hurts. It
It
hurts a
hurts.
lot, okay?
It hurts a lot.
Like I wish that he could get a replacement spine and all the things and care and love that he needs to just fucking finish it. I wish we could get it finished. And I know it's not gonna happen.
Need to
But
turn him into a
man,
cyborg.
it just it hurts my
Yeah.
soul. I'm glad that we finally got at least a piece of the thing that he wanted us to see, right? That Krollo versus Hisoka fucking arc that he wrote. That's how you write a fight, guys. I don't care what anyone says about how wordy he gets. That is how you make a magic system shine. Holy
Strong words, bro.
shit.
They have
Oh my
just the same
god.
amount of weight as punches do.
Oh
Um,
my god.
it's great that you mentioned all that stuff. Like we finished the big three, well, big two in a way. Um, really, like, One Piece is still here. One Piece is still here, but like that's
It
one thing
was the end of it was the end of the
I wouldn't like to see. It's kind of just happened. It's been happening in Hollywood for a long time. Just media generally, something so successful that we just can't get enough of it. So they always need to make more of it. I don't want to see that in Shonen. Like I don't wanna see. They've been kinda already doing it though, you know what I mean? Naruto was
yeah.
so successful, like, "Hey, we need more. It sells so well. Let's make something about your kids." And I just wanna see that every successful series though, because then I would just, like, I don't know, I might just stop reading. I don't wanna see the same story, and that's why yeah, I think that's maybe why I don't read comics, American comics the same way because it's the same characters we've had forever and they've kind of still told the same story in a slightly different way and with a slightly different plot over and over and over again. I don't want to see that. And that's I guess my point of all that.
Yeah, the story is being overshadowed by their predecessors or just ongoing things being just still so relevant that we're not getting a lot of you know, different works. I don't want to say new anymore. New feels weird. New feels like a lie in this age of information, but
It's
a
true.
different story, right? So,
It's true
like,
and real.
a great example of a different story is Spy Family. We've talked about it a couple times, but like, it's such a different story. Everyone was expecting it to turn into, this really dramatic, like, oh, he's a spy and she's a killer, and it's just the most wholesome story. It's just literally one of the most wholesome, heartwarming manga right now. That does have its moments of like, oh, this thing is happening. That's wow. Okay, we're doing something this time. Okay, it's not just about a cinnamon bun. All right, cool. Let's go. Um, and there's these. It's it's something that I didn't think at this age I would enjoy reading. If that makes sense.
I get why you enjoy it though. Same reason why I
Yeah,
enjoyed Gintama. Gintama was essentially it's boiled down to it's really it was a gag anime slash manga and with a little sprinkle and serious plot points there that are pretty fucking awesome. um yeah, we need more of that. We definitely need different storylines that are maybe more lighthearted, so to speak.
yeah. And or let them cook. Get off their butts, editors. Let them do what they're gonna do. If I have
Let
to see
Kubo cook.
another if I have to see another culture war about waifus, leave him alone. Let him cook. If he says he doesn't want a waifu in there, don't make him put a waifu in there.
You heard it here first, guy. D says let the waifus cook.
Let the waifus cook.
If they want to cook, let them cook.
Let them cook. Let them cook. Uh, but yeah, man, I just know like we're we're edging to where, like you said before, shonen's just become such a like catch-all term for popular anime, especially ones that include fighting. That it's getting harder and harder to see the line. And
Yeah,
a lot of people be like, "Oh no, it's not. It's these things," and it's like, well, you could attribute those things to Vinland Saga, and it's not shonen.
it really, yeah, 100% not. Yeah, it's the line is blurred,
So
and I like it. I like it. I like it. I definitely it gives a broader audience. You can tell more complex, less shallow stories. I think it's a benefit for everybody, really. The authors, um, and people have to cope with it. I guess is maybe the publishers, but they're okay if they see the money. Then what does it matter?
and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. We found the true reason. It's money. Shonen do good cause money.
It's true. Yeah, Shonen Prince checks.
Shonen just prints that money, baby, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. What do you think?
I'm
Call it
feeling
here.
pretty good. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to mention I love your little ensemble there. Your Lego buddies. Very
Oh
appropriate
yeah,
for the show and your backdrop. I dig it.
yeah.
What
I
we
got
got?
him. I got him at the.
We got
I
Luffy. We
got
got Goku, Naruto, Ichigo,
uh
um,
huh.
Saitama, um, someone from is that the White Ranger? I
It's the
can't
White
tell
Ranger.
is the White Ranger? Okay, and then the other guy from Adventure Time. Sorry, audio listeners only. He has a little Lego setup. People are like, "What the hell fuck is he talking about right now? What are you talking about?" Yeah, he's got a nice list
My
of
little
Lego
guys.
Shonen people. He's got
They're
all
just my
those
little
names I
guys.
listened. Very cute, very cute. Also, I wanted to wish D a happy birthday before we head out here. It
Oh,
is his birthday.
stop it. You're
Happy
being
birthday, D.
ridiculous. Oh my god, thanks. I wasn't ready.
And with that, I want him to go enjoy the rest of his birthday. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We'll catch you on the next pod very soon. And Ryan and my partner.
Demetrius, catch us on all the socials, Facebook, TikTok, that one that we don't talk about. You know which one it is. We're not going to talk about that one. And then also Instagram, maybe in the future. We'll see.
Absolutely.
But yeah, catch us on all the social medias. Keep up with us. We'll keep up with you.
All right. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, stay filled in. I'm gonna keep thinking of different catches at the end. Stay filled in has some
Stay
implications though.
filled in.
Don't stay
Stay
don't
filled.
stay filled in.
Don't stay filled in. Okay. I like it, but I don't like it, if you know what I mean.
I
All
love
right.
it, but mm, stay filled. Nah,
Guys,
cut it, get
give
it
us a
out of here.
catchphrase in the comments. Drop us a line. What should be our last thing we say in the pod? Because we always kind of fail at it. We've kind of been working at it. We don't know exactly what to say.
This
So for
this Monday,
now,
stay filled up.
I'll see you in the anime verse. I don't know. Fuck. All right, that's it. I'm leaving. Bye.
This Monday, filled in.